Oh, okay, so A to Z of mental health. Our first session about anger management, or feelings of irritation, or aggression. So majority of you, you've probably seen it, come across it. Maybe you are suffering with symptoms such as increase of your heart rate, raising your voice, clenching of your fist, feeling frustration. It could be described as a burning feeling inside of your stomach, and then you explode with words, which you later on most likely regret. Definition of anger is quite simplistic. It says it is a strong feeling of annoyance, displeasure, or hostility towards something or somebody. Okay. So if you could catch it early, if you could understand what is anger in your life or in somebody else's life, like maybe your children are having anger issues, or maybe your parents, and they're not very well versed in emotional intelligence or mental health awareness, then you could keep that mind. You could keep that in mind. Catching it early is actually a preventative, and how to do it is to first of all embrace yourself in knowledge about it, right, and know what anger is, and feel your body, understand your body language, see the changes on you, being tuned in what is your body experiencing, right? So that is point number one. Now, identifying emotions maybe sounds easy, but for some of you, probably it's quite enigmatic. What do you mean recognizing my emotions? I'm angry, I'm angry. So ask yourself several questions before you really understand what's going on, because most likely what it is, anger is a secondary, is a residual experience. Ask yourself question, what is it? What is it really that I'm feeling right now? I think it's anger, but do I feel sad? Do I feel rejected? Do I feel disrespected, devalued, embarrassed, stupid, scared? What lies underneath that anger? This is a very good technique to in tune yourself with within your own experiences, but also to recognize underlying causes. And if that is difficult in itself, perhaps taking a breath, a deep breath, taking a pause, a moment, pull yourself away, recalibrate yourself and the whole experience. Maybe even walk away. Say to your opponent, I need a time to think about it. And allow yourself not to react at the moment. That is another tip for anger management. Now, relaxing yourself once you are extracted from the situation is another very useful tip. You can do it by just sinking into your chair. You can do it by giving yourself some deep breaths in and out. You can open the window. You can go for a walk. You can also work on your body muscles, like including your jaw, maybe your shoulders, your hands, cleanse it and open it. That helps a lot. Now, if that is working well for you, then you probably are ready to come back to your opponent. Then you probably are ready to react in a way that you're not going to be embarrassed about your behavior. You are ready to react in a way that is not compromising your values. It's not compromising your reputation. So always remember I statement. What is I statement? I statement is quite opposite to you always make me angry. I get angry because of you. You make me behave that way. It's all your fault. I statement is quite different. I statement means you observe the situation, and I've just told you how to do it yourself, right? First, and then you explain how it makes you feel. So say, for instance, you are a parent and you coming to your child's room and it looks like a raccoon's room, okay? Everything is upside down. So obviously you want to explode and you say, I'm not your servant. What's going on here? And in order to motivate another person and in order to compose yourself, always remember I statement. So you probably are better off if you say, okay, when my son or my daughter, when I see your clothes on the floor and your pile of dishes underneath your bed, it is making me feel that you are not really hearing me. I feel irritated that I have with situation that I have to repeat myself all the time and remind you about it. Once you achieve I statement, you can move on to further motivation and negotiation, meaning you can you identify the situation for you and then at the person. You explained how it makes you feel, not how other person makes you feel, how the situation, how the behavior, how the action of that person makes you feel. And then you can make requests and then you suggest, would you be willing to put your things away in the closet and in the sink so I don't have to do it for you from now on? Okay, so you engaging yourself with another person. I'm not saying it's going to be easy to begin with, right? But that is raising the bar of you, of you being in a difficult situations of confrontation, but also that will give you an upper hand in terms of communication skills, even with teenagers. Now, there are 3 last tips, and I'm going to leave you with it. So try to emphasize with another person, understand their perspective, give them what? Excuses. That's right. You know, every one of us is a being who is experiencing feelings and thoughts, right? And we are not different to our opponent. So just recalibrating this whole situation, trying to have some understanding, trying to have some empathy with that person, will first of all take your mind off your own experiences, but also open up that discussion with the I statement on a higher level. Think of consequences, right? You want to see results. You don't want to find yourself in a vicious cycle of arguing about the same things, do you? So think about results. If I react again with anger the way I always do, what's going to happen? Are they going to am I going to push away this opponent, and I'm going to lose a member of the family? Am I going to lose the friends? Am I going to jeopardize my job? Maybe. Am I going to go to jail? Think about anger in the situations of road rage, right? So always think about consequences, and at the end, remember the rewards. So what do I mean by rewards is, think about your self-esteem, think about your reputation, think about how you want to portray yourself in the world, how you want others to see you. If you want to attain respect, that respect has to come from you. And this is that moment of test. This is that moment when you inspiring others with your ability to control your own anger, right? Now, for those of you who are faith-based, you also want to remember that God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, loves those who are working on themselves, who are in constant self-development and sacrificing their their basic instincts, which is anger. In between others, and they aiming higher in terms of their self-esteem. And I'm going to leave you maybe with the beautiful quotation: whoever controls his anger when he has means to act upon it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will fill his heart with contentment of the day of resurrection. Okay. I hope this was beneficial for all of you. I will see you on the next session, inshallah. This was Aisha from AJS Therapy. Please like this video. Please leave some comments and maybe subscribe to my channel, ajstherapy.com. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.